for your circle there, approximately? Heather.
So Mom drew a, she traced a Zendala on, I bought some toned paper and gave her some, so, because it's just really, really neat. Toned blue and toned gray, I think that from that, the Strathmore. And so
this is the same color. I thought I was using the different color. Well,
you
the other one out.
So what size is it approximately, Cherie?
Well, the circle is 4.5. So this is like a 4.5-inch square that I did the circle in.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
All right. So, okay. So let me do this. Oh, there. Yeah, that's different. All right, Hillary, good. Well, I'm glad, brand new to Zentangle. This is a fun one, and it's not necessarily complicated, but it's so impressive, and we had so many different things. And I see Denise's camera on. Yeah, maybe you just logged on. I can turn. I like that they made it now, so I can turn those off, so that way if you can't find it, or that way I can do it easy. But so we keep the webcams off for purposes of those on small screens. It just makes it easier too. Same thing with using the chat. It just trying to make it I don't know, everything is clear and enjoyable as possible. So but you know, it's like if we miss something in the chat or something, feel free to open the mic, of course. And so what I'm going to do, especially for those that are new, I'm going to share my screen. Well, actually, let me do this first. That way I'm not bouncing back and forth. Let me put in the links because earlier I forgot. Like, I was just apparently so excited. So I'll put these in the chat, and then when I send out the recap, hopefully tomorrow, I'm trying to get myself on a good schedule, so that way I'm getting them out. So that way you'll see, you know, the AM and, you know, your screenshots and any of the, if people send me pictures or they put it on our Facebook group, and because it's just nice. This is just such a nice inspiration. Okay. All right. That is that one. And then this one is from the Tangle pattern site where I found it. Oh, and Happy New Year, Shelly. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen. So we'll talk through it first and then we'll do. So that way, yeah, see those new to here, that's kind of our process. And then we just have fun. All right. So this is, whether you call it ant or ant flower. I don't know why maybe it's a Midwestern thing. So ant flower, and this is by Carolyn, and you'll see Carolyn in a minute. Carolyn is the niece of CZT Damy. And I think, is it Mei Hua? Is that how you pronounce it? And maybe Jennifer, give me a thumbs up if I did that right.
I'm pretty sure the Mei is right.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. So this starts off with an orb, of course, wherever you want it. And then we're kind of doing seeds, but as you can see here, we're starting with like the point of the seed, and I'll explain the seeds when we're, you know, on the paper. But it's almost like you're starting it in the middle, because as you can see, you know, it's separated here. So the point isn't on the orb, you know, we're starting kind of part way up. So just making these little petals, or you know, seeds, whichever way it's easier for you to think of. And I separated from Damy's step out, because I like to, it's like, here's the cross, and then, you know, put the other petals subdividing the cross, because to me it's easier just to see and keep in my head, and also then not get overwhelmed with, oh, how, you know, I need to put those on there. And then curved lines, and as you can see, it's a little ways down from the outer tip, and so little curved lines all the way around. And then we do this, it's a rinse and repeat, but this time well, no, actually, if you think of it this way, this is almost creating a bigger orb here in what is step 4, although it's not necessarily orb shaped, because, you know, it's kind of neat having the little curved lines. And okay, thanks for that. And so then we're doing this, you know, similar shape, but starting from the corners here where this curved line meet this curved line, starting new petals, and then going around with little curved lines in between those petals we just added. And then you can repeat it as many times as you want. And then after that, it's just playtime. So decorating it, coloring it however you want. And just a lot of fun. And then that leaves it open to, as you even just saw with Moms in Mind, completely, it looks like almost like a different tangle. And all right, and so here is the Tangle Patterns link. And so if you're new, if you're new to Zentangle, this is a great thing to subscribe to. And luckily, she also has the Zentangle link right here. So belonging to the Zentangle.com email list, and here you get a plethora of tangles, especially tangle patterns. Let's see. So this one, and I liked how Linda did this little thumbnail here. And so Carolyn, by the way, is 10 when she came up with this one. And it actually, somebody put niece flower, and I'm like, well, that's really how she should do it instead of ant flower, but unless Carolyn named it. So anyway, and there she is. Isn't she cute? And so, and then also I'd like to share, here is some artwork that she did. Well, actually, that Damy did. And what's neat about this one, and I did this on my, because I wanted to try it, is just these little dots. It's stippling, and it's like a way of shading with the pen. So you're just putting little dots on it. And then in the background, she did the Tangle and Zeppel. So you could do like any kind of background that you want. If you want. I decided to aura mine with chalk pencils, and then blended it with the Tortillion to make it look like waves. But yeah, so here's her step out, just so you can also see some of the dimensions, and how she did it differing. And I like this one where she colored in that first, I guess we'll call it the orb section, and then the other one is just plain, and then having the graphite around the backside. So lots of different ways that we can do it. And it's just up to us and what we think we might do. I'm still not sure. We'll just see how it moves me. And that was fun.
I was going to say you could show them the thing from this morning, but that's cheating, because the one in the morning never gets to see what everybody else did.
I know.
They start, so.
Exactly. That's what's we have ours usually out, so it's like, so
you get to see 2 of what was done this morning. Yeah. That's it.
But it's neat to see what everybody decides to do, and that's the fun of it. Okay, so I was thinking I'm gonna go maybe like the Delft route. I don't know, because I have these shades of blue pens. I don't know, it just struck me to do that. Oh, maybe I'll do it on gray.
Like I say, that one that ones did that this morning in blue.
Yeah, that's what inspired me.
Really was pretty.
You should do the shades of blue, because you have pencils made in Holland, and Delft is a Holland ceramic. So
right. Okay, so I'm gonna start with an orb, and I'm aiming for the center. We'll see. Oh, and then too, I didn't mention, whatever paper you want to, I need to go back and read my description and make sure that I'm clear on that. It's like whatever paper you want to use. Some people are using sketchbooks. I know some earlier, it's almost like they're drawing their own step out, which is a neat idea. Everybody works differently. And, that's just kind of fun, but it's whatever you want to do.
What pen are you using, Heather? Just a PN?
So, this is it's the blue black PN. Okay. So I thought, well, I'm using the
thick. It must be new and juicy.
It is, and I don't use it that often because it's just kind of weird. And then when I ordered those papers, I ordered they have a royal blue, but it's like just in the 05. So I ordered the royal blue, and then this is the blue that comes with the 01. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna have fun with those. We'll see what happens. And then I just have to decide, well, when am I switching pens? Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I'm going to stick with this one for right now. Okay, so Oh, wait, let me see. Here's where I drew it. So as I had I mentioned, the seed is just a curved line going one direction, a curved line going the other direction.
Those are Microns, is that right, Heather?
Yeah, so these are Micron brand or Sakura brand. And so the orb is kind of like right here. So if that is like, and I don't know if that helps anyone or not. So we're starting the seed not in the center. We're starting it part way up. I don't know. It just helped my brain because I was making a like almost a weird shape because it just like was not computing for some reason. So that's why I share it. Okay, so and it is one of those pick a direction, and then just drawing those shapes. If it helps you to turn the tile so that way you're doing the same stroke in the same direction, that's always a good idea. And that's one of those Zentangle things that we like to do. You want to keep your hand comfortable, and it's like you kind of just go with however especially for curve lines, you just kind of go with the flow that your hand wants. That your hand wants to go. I have rhymed.
I don't like the way any of my pens are working.
Oh,
I'm going to go with the graphic and do my these basic lines real dark, and then see what that does.
Yeah. See, and this petal, I actually did kind of start it like I would, like putting the point here, and then tracing over just a smidge, because I was having a similar problem. It's like, well, if I was starting it here, it just wasn't looking quite right.
Well, see, I thought this morning we started it halfway up.
You could
check your original.
Mm-hmm. No, mine kind of
yours go all the way to the middle. Yeah, mine don't. That's where I got the idea.
Yeah, because like the first ones don't, because it also makes it's nice because it makes the wide space here, so that way then they kind of connect all the way around. Not that they have to, but okay.
Mine are going to be different.
Oh, maybe I'll do each row different. I don't know what I'm going to do. We're just going to play and figure it out as we go. All right. So then the next step was just these little curved lines. So starting a little ways down, and just a curved line from one petal to the next. And this is one of those things where if you want to add a little height to it, so that way it looks, not like an orb. But you could also do that as well. That's one of those up to you things. If you wanted to make it look more like a completed circle that's behind all of the petals, you could do that. When you add the little curves in, then makes it a little forgiving if it's not, exactly right on. Oh, and that's interesting. You're doing your petals on the second round from where you want them to end.
What? Oh, you mean because I start out here?
You start out here.
Yeah.
Then that would also ensure that you would have a consistent height with them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of doing. I looked first to see how far out, if it's about the same that I've done, and it kind of works.
Yeah, because see, I just ended up doing it this way. So this one was coming from these corners, and then I'm just kind of hoping that I get them at least closely, to the same height. And then sometimes I'll end up like this, where I've kind of not line things up right. So doing the second one, I kind of go a little slow, so that way you can always then fill in that line.
Heather.
Yeah.
Is it okay if you're the step before the petals, the circle in between, kind of looks more like the Michelin Man, not a circle?
Look like the Michelin man. Oh yeah, where it's puffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. I think you can do it either way. It's one
you
of those
can make them
different
puffy
choice.
as you want.
Yeah.
Mine, they kind of go like a circle, but they kind of got little poofs going on at the
Yeah, because that's No, yeah, exactly. It's in mom. Hers are a little bit more. Poofy.
I'm even exaggerating it more on the second row around.
Yeah, and
mine
I did
just accidental. My hand was shaking.
Yeah. The other thing that I was I should have mentioned before, but it, you can go after the fact, because like on mine, nothing you see, but I decided to aura this curve line, but I did it after the fact. So, and I aura'd it underneath. So
you didn't do it on that first one. The first one you filled in.
Yeah, the first one I filled in, and then I did auras after that.
That really looks pretty.
I'm so amazed. It's like the little Tangle elf came in and said, "I'm going to make this. I'm going to do this." That little Tangle elf, it's so talented. I love the one. Even was it? Oh, the one I posted from, was it? Was that just last week or the week before? No, was it? It was just last week. The 6 flower. I'm still looking at that in amazement. That, like, wow, huh? It's so neat.
It's like the aha moment. Only it's like I actually did that moment.
Right. Yeah. Then I have one here that's a little bit weird, but the thing too is that in the end, once you have fun playing with it, you don't notice if one is a little off as much, because then it just makes it look organic. And then again, doing with the curve lines. I suppose the one thing with the curve lines, if is to kind of, where did I have? Well, yeah, never mind. I can't even find it where I did it. Where having them kind of. Oh, I'm trying to think. What am I thinking to say? Almost like the halabow, where it's like, okay, I'm coming in here, and then I'm starting in a similar place, but with that too. Wow, this one's going to be big. But in the end, yeah, because I couldn't even see where it was that I did that down here. And if you end up with something that you don't like, oh, thanks, Lynn. Then you can, thinking about the course corrections. So that's one of the reasons it wasn't necessarily a course correction, but I was demonstrating it here. I had done this stipple in here, and then I had one, I think it was this one, that was just so much wider than everything else it is. And so the course correction is filling in. So what I could do is I could kind of shave off a little of the width here, because I'm filling in this section, but I'm filling it into here. And so just carefully, and you have to watch, because like I couldn't do too much because I have this curve. So I couldn't go in too far, because then it would make the top look weird. But just little things like that. So when things kind of go where you don't like it, then that is one way. Let's see. And so Deb, yeah, the challenge. Oh, because I showed it earlier. I'll show it this one too. Yeah, when you have that, it's called an oops. It's occasional opportunity presented suddenly, and then the game is, maybe I'll have to figure out a different acronym and I'll put it on the back, because then the challenge is, all right, well, what am I going to do? What course correction shall I pull out of my hat? All right, and I'm going to do another round here. Oh, kind of gone right to the edge with that. And so, yeah, some of the decorating ideas as I'm doing this last one. I already mentioned, if you wanted to, aura the insides of anything, because we have lots of areas that we can now play with. It also, and I don't remember who did it either. because I mentioned that this could then become what we call a reticula, which is just a grid, if you will, where you can house other tangles. It's kind of like when, if you've seen Crazy Huggins, or, and I know I have one of those handy somewhere here, I just saw it, or, you know, there's Halabow where you can tangle inside of the section. So if you wanted to add something inside, you know, favorite tangle that you like, because somebody had done that earlier and that looked really, really neat. So then it becomes like a neat sampler. Right. And as I'm doing this last one, I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do? I don't know. No, I think I do. All right. So, and then two, remember, yeah, in the center we have that we can play with too. I did a little print top, a little spiral inside, you know, my little center. I might do that again because that was kind of neat, and I think I'll do it with this pen. Ooh, because I have this little, when I'm not careful with my orbs, I end up with this little tag because I, you know, just, that's what I do. So that's going to be the beginning of my spiral.
You could also make it into a gem or a dewdrop or
a that's pearl. What I was going to do. Yeah. That was the other thought I had, because there were so many gorgeous things. Okay, Lori.
A star.
Yeah. Oh, a star? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like I had forgotten what I said I was going to do. Oh, but I could still. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, and so starting from the center, because I kind of, you know, maybe I do the same thing, just different. How's that? So I'm going to go ahead and aura all these curve lines that we did after, but I'm going to do it underneath, because if you're doing it above, you know, up here, I don't want to go over any of these lines, and they're kind of pulled in a little bit. So that's why I decided to go under. And to aura is just an outline. And we try to match the contour and pick a distance and try to be consistent. Or attempt. There is no try. There's only do. And let's see. Oh, you have to move yours up, Mom.
What? You mean I can't hold it close enough so I can see what I'm doing?
Do them in her lap and say, oh yeah, and I meant to mention, so yeah, Mom's doing the onion dome shape that we found. That, what was it? Can't remember if somebody typed it on YouTube, because I had whatever tangle we had done. Oh, I think it was the 9-2 tangle, and I had as I was doing the quickie video, I had mentioned that, and I you know, if anyone knows, you know, what, if there's another name for that, put it in the comments. And someone said onion dome, so I went and looked, and I was like, oh, that's it.
Well, and then there's one tangle. There's a what is it? See me?
Yeah, yeah, CY, yeah.
That if that's all it is that shape going around and around, which I love to do. So I like that shape.
Yeah.
So basically mine is sort of going to be a Zendala, because I've gone all the way out to the outer edge, which when I decided to cut it out, I didn't cut it out because when I'm using white, if I go off the edge on this black paper, then I've got those little white dots.
Right.
You know, so I figured I'll cut it out when I'm done.
Okay, so let's see. So I'm just gonna, because I really like adding this little, just a line and a little ball at the, excuse me, at the end, and just doing that in the centers, because I think that it looks neat. It adds to the flowery nature of it. And we'll see how much I I'm using a different color pen. This is the royal blue, so I thought I would mix some of these.
It all looks black right now.
Yeah, yeah. With this camera, that's what it'll look.
To me, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, cute. And and I might as well fill in this background. I kind of thought that looked neat in the center. So this is just so much extra fun, just giving ideas and then seeing what everybody does, because that, there's no one's beholden to make theirs look like anyone else's, and this makes it extra fun. And, oh, good. That one got a little bit weird, so yay, course correct.
So you saw that the lady finally got my little book.
Yeah.
I mailed it on the 15th of December. And she got it yesterday.
And that was to Canada.
Yes. I'm thinking I was really going to get upset if she didn't get it, because that costs a lot of money.
Yeah. That looks cute. Okay. And then I think I will, let's see. So I'm going to do similar, but still kind of different. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to put just little straight lines in what I've aura'd here, because I just feel like doing that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, somebody this morning, remember, they put alternating stripes in the next row of those. In that one.
In the petals?
Not the petal part, the rounded part.
Oh, right.
They had
divided it in half?
No, well, some did that, but no, somebody actually made stripes, thick black and white. Or I don't know, black stripes on the white paper.
Yeah.
Since we can't show everybody what they did.
Well, we could.
Then the morning people will get upset and you'll get hate mail.
Well, we have done that before, though. Oh, and I like the perfing around. So, or in any of the petals, because you could aura the inside, like Mom has done, and then the perfing is the little dots around the outside.
And of course, because I'm working on a gray, I can use the white, but it's just as effective with black on. Oh, well, that gives me another idea.
Oh, and then you gave me an idea.
Because then I'm going to do it on the second row in black.
I have an idea. It hasn't formulated, so I decided I'm going to do all of these little auras with just little lines like this. And so what I end up doing is something. It's like, I know I want to do that, so I'm going to do that, bide my time, and think about
the other thing.
Yeah, formulate the other thought. Or you could say, I'm going to let my tangle speak to me. As I'm drawing these little lines. So hopefully in the regular camera, it'll, we'll be able to maybe see different colors.
Remember, creative procrastination.
Yeah. Let's see. I kind of like the, well, I can't tell too much difference between the black blue PN and the royal blue. It's very, very slight. But this just regular blue one, and I think they might sell this just regular blue in, the thicker ones too. I'm not sure. To go back and look. Oh, and then I'm having another idea, but that's okay. And well, no, that's right. This is the white, because when I was testing the colors on the gray, but I guess I'm getting kind of the same result with it. These two look real similar. I think on my camera it still is all looking black. I don't know if the blue looks blue, but I wanted to be able to at least kind of have them distinguish between each other. And yeah, on the one I did earlier, I used two green colors that I have of the chalk, the General's chalk pencil, and did the color separately and then blended them in so that way it looked like. So it is shading. It's shading with two different colors. All right. And then sometimes when you say, "Oh, I'm going to do all these little lines," and then it's like, okay, this is the good meditative part where it's very repetitive. What's so funny is like that looks neat like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do this stippling idea. And that, if those who don't know, it's just little dots. And then you can make the dots a little more concentrated, like towards the center to have it look, darker. Because like I said, it's like shading, but with the pen. Oh, and I went up kind of ways. Somewhere I saw, I'll have to go back. Where see if I can remember where I saw it, and somebody used like the yellow fluorescent color. It was like like doing something that would normally look normal, but then like for the yellow, it was that bright fluorescent looking yellow, and it really looked rather neat. I'll have to find it again. I wonder why they called it stippling instead of freckling.
Don't know.
I don't know. That just struck me funny all of a sudden.
It probably, whoever named it, it reminded them of something else, the word, and
right.
thought, oh, let's call it that. Well, actually, and having a degree in art education.
Yeah.
Hating art history. I know
but now it's coming in handy. No.
No, it isn't, but that's okay. And I don't remember what, but there was a period of art where it was called pointillism.
Yes.
And they would do whole paintings just stippling.
Yep, that's what I was going to say to you. Yeah, that's
and don't ask me the name of the guy, but I can picture one of the pictures in my mind. But
yeah, the famous one where they're on the green and
there's ladies in bustle skirts and parasols and
I did that in art class once.
Yeah, it seemed like that we had to do something like that at a point, so we know what it is. But like I said, I hated art history, and
mine was just regular art class, and I never wanted to see a dot again.
Well, this at least it's one color, and and it's just you're concentrating it to make it to dark, and then but who knows, maybe it came from that, or
I was in elementary school, and the teacher, I think, took pity on all of us and said, just do it in black.
I just remember that painting primarily from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's an awesome movie.
That was in the movie?
It was, and I can't remember if it was after they crashed the one kid's convertible like out the window of their thing, and he was like catatonic or something. Maybe I can't remember which part it was, and it was staring at that picture, and then because they were in the art gallery in New York, and then it was just like it got closer and closer and closer, right into the dots, and it was so funny.
It would have been too. That was a nice car.
Yes. Yeah, I can't remember which part. Oh, it makes me have to watch it again because it is a good movie. All right. So that's an idea there. And then for the insides. Now, what I did earlier on the insides of the pedal was basically it was just straight lines. And gosh, that really did have a neat effect. I could do it again. Straight lines, but kind of more like a brush-ish stroke. So, kind of like this. So that way it's a little lighter and then tapers off at the end. And it just has a neat look. Well, I don't know. I could do it again. I had ideas, but then I abandoned them because I forgot that I wanted to do more coloring in. But I think this will still look neat. Oh, but As I'm frozen in my mind. Like, do I do that? Or because you could, I mean, we'd already mentioned that you could do any kind of a tangle or a pattern in these. I think I'm going to just stick with that because I think it looked really, really neat, and I feel like doing it again. There we go. And so I did it from both the top and the bottom. And the top, I would just start at the point and then kind of go to either side, so that way it's has, I don't know, some direction. I should probably on the bottom ones do the same thing, start in the middle and come out. Wow, so I did a lot of lines coming out of the top. I didn't intend that, but I just got carried away.
I just realized it helps to do your graphite shading first before you do the white pen on these colored things, because graphite just goes right over the white pen and kind of it.
True. And then you have to put, you can put the white pen back over it, and then, but you have to be careful of it gunking it up. No, I think I'm going to do something a little bit, maybe a little bit different. I think I might put, no. See, I might put print humps in those, because that would look kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
The spirals, maybe I will. I'll just go. We'll do it, and that way too. Say for those that were new, so also trying to give like extra ideas. Oh, and I could alternate, and I could do something different. Okay, so no, I could do one big one. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. So those are new. It's kind of what I did in the center here. Just starting in somewhere, and then just doing a spiral and keeping going and keeping going. And then I'm going to continue like on these outsides, just so that it's like filled in all the way. We call it the halabao technique. So it's like I've drawn this giant spiral underneath, but you just don't see it. Oh, and now and then yes. Love it when an idea pops in my head. And I'm doing every other one because I'm thinking I might want to do something different. And if I decide then to change my mind, which happens every so often.
Possibilities are still open.
That's right. And let's see. Oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden it's 10 minutes until, because we're having way too much fun. Okay. Oh, thanks, Shelly. It does kind of look like a fingerprint. I didn't think about that.
Hey, the host of Jeopardy just used the word course correction.
Oh, I should tell them that they can't use it for free. Just kidding.
You didn't come up with that.
I did my business meeting earlier. I was talking. We were talking with the gentleman that does basically digital marketing, and we were talking to one of our younger members, and we were talking about how us older people don't see the social media the same as younger people. And I said, Nick, man, you should do a talk and call it social media for old farts. And he wrote it down and said, you can use that, no charge. Oh my gosh. All right, I might leave those. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I want to throw some shading thoughts out here because we get all carried away with the other because it's so much fun. And I am going to use a blue pencil instead of graphite, but know that you could use this just like graphite. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but. So on these, I probably need to use the lighter one. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. That turned out kind of neat. I think this midnight blue is what I used on the water. So I'm just adding this blue And like I said, you could use graphite if you want, and then you're spreading it out with the Tortillion. Similar idea. So I'm spreading it kind of towards the center. And this one, because this is what I did on the petals on my other one, because it did kind of go a little heavy. And then used the white. And even though this is a white tile, what was kind of neat was it almost, so look at it, it looks like almost like an eraser, but it's also kind of blending at the same time. So if I want to have a little bit different look, and then I can, use the Tortillion again to just kind of make it look shiny-ish in the middle. But like I said, you can do the graphite the same way, same concept. That's why I like using these chalk pencils, because you can treat them just like you would the graphite. As I put a little bit too much in there, and then got a little heavy. But now I have a feeling that I have to do the same thing that I did to that first one, because it kind of changes the color a little bit when you add the white. We'll see. But having that the light in the middle, we'll see that looks. I'll have to play with that and adjust it some more. It makes it look like it's curved, and I think that it's just such a neat thing. Okay, I'm really liking what I did, except where it's a little too dark. But like I said, those things can be fixed even without an eraser. And I'm excited to see what everybody did. And my earlier one, I had most of it. Well, I don't know. I think I had most of it done. I don't remember now. By the time we were done, I did the rest of it, a lot of it on that call that I had to jump off to do.
Are you paying attention, Heather? Oh, yes, sure I am.
I just need to learn how to do this and not have my head totally down,
Oh, so it was a Zoom one? They could see
Yeah,
you?
it was just a Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a Zoom call. And I was working on a project with some other folks, and I could just pretend like I was taking notes. See?
Yeah.
All right, so I want. Let's see. Oh, linen coupon. Oh, that's nice. Get those General's chalk pencils. Very, very cool. And so Rod is asking, what do you use to make it shiny? So, like I said, so I use, and you can do this with graphite too, and that's what I did on the earlier. But so dark, on either side, and I was already kind of doing that with the straight lines, and then leaving the middle blank. So don't come all the way up, so that way you end up with natural tile colors, what I like to call it, in the center, and that's what kind of makes it look shiny. And you would say, but if you don't have enough, so I've come back with the white charcoal pencil, and I'm just, as you can see, I'm just kind of going over that middle section. It's kind of pushing back a little bit of the blue, or blending it a little bit too, just so that way we have a gradient between dark to light, then back to dark. And that's what you want to do. And that, I call it shiny. But yes, I did that. I did that on both of them. I would say, Mom, you did like a little pattern. And so that's what I was thinking about doing, but I couldn't come up with what I wanted to do. But yeah, I like just little patterns inside. And then alternating the perfing with, white and the black or gray, whatever you're using. So neat. So if everyone wants to open up your webcam so we can all gaze our eyes at what everybody did, and we'll take a screenshot.
I need just 1 minute.
Oh, in whatever I forget what I was going to say. Whatever stage of completion. Oh, so neat.
Alyssa's looks like a sunflower.
It does. And I like it. See, and Jen made hers, a nice, like a straight circle. So that it's neat to see the different things that we talk about, and then the different exaggerations of. So really big poofy curve lines, and so others. And whose is this? Oh, Sharon, that's gorgeous. Wow. And Tom and Carla's, those are so cool. These are so neat. And Diane, I love yours. Yeah, in the little fancy fescues, I was thinking about doing those on my first one, and then I decided to do these waves instead. It does look really, really neat. And whose is this? Oh, Cassie. Cassie's looks like it looks like it's stacked, like it's layered. Let's see. And so Vicky, you have the blur on, but we can kind of see it.
I
know.
Yeah. How do I do that?
Now you have to back up.
Anyway, I've noticed I treat this like a cooking recipe. I follow the directions first, like when I follow you, and then I go back and I do another one with all kinds of other things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hold on steady and we'll get it, and then I'll snap a screenshot.
Why is mine blurry?
Yeah, let Vicky take her camera blur off.
Where is it?
So if you go to the little 3 dots, I don't know why it would come on automatically though. The little 3 dots on the webcam options, and then and say to everyone if you need to rest your hand for a minute. It's like my hand is dying, and I'm afraid to touch mine because sometimes it goofs up. And then the audio video settings, and then it should be a place where you can undo the. Oh, that looks better.
I don't see it. Well, I don't know. I don't see a place.
Oh no!
I mean, I see the
think
3
it's
dots.
Be okay now. Try it again.
Think so. Accept.
Okay.
Oh shoot! All right, hold on a second. This is why I shouldn't have done it myself because. Okay, hold.
Wait.
Say it's still not.
Wait.
Yeah, no, yeah. Keep doing it. I'm gonna be right back because I got stuff on my screen. I can't get off. So hold on. Cool. I'm not leaving, but I am leaving for a second because I got to reset this. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Putting my hands down again.
I'm on the phone, but I don't know if it helps. But mine's right next to the.
Diane's is dancing.
Your camera. See anything? The pages are blurred out. I just see my picture.
Oh, good. And the recording stayed, so that's good to know. All right. Oh, shoot. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. And if everybody's got theirs up that wants to get it up, and perfect. And then choose, you can send it to me. Okay. So I'm going to take it in a, 3, 2, 1, bling. Okay. Got to have sound effects. All right. Now let me share my screen.
Did you get our names? Because I don't think you did.
I did.
You did?
I did. Okay. I know there was one there. I delayed too long and it didn't take it on one of these times. But no, I got it. So let me share my screen. And then everybody can see what everybody did. And where is it? There it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell them. Because when when I was looking to see where the settings were, then that little menu thing wouldn't go away. And I'm like, oh, come on. All right. So here we are. Whoops. Yes. They are gorgeous. And let's see. And Hillary, this was your first time, Hillary?
Wow. Heather, excuse me. Yeah. This is Sue.
Hey, Sue.
I come late, and can you tell me what the name of this pattern is?
This is ant flower.
Ant, A-N-T.
Yeah, ant. Yeah, I'll put the link back in the chat so that way you can get it. But yeah.
Thank you.
Mine's not there again, Heather.
What's that?
Mine's not there again.
Well, I gave plenty of warning.
I know. Wait, maybe it is. Wait, maybe it is.
Wait, let's see. Let me scroll down. Let me scroll down.
Oh, mine is there.
There it is. Okay. But no, these are, I mean, what's so neat, it's just another one of those tangles that when you add in your own flair, and I like how Vicki mentioned, and I don't remember if it was you or somebody else that because somebody was asking, because they felt like they wanted to do, put their own spin on things. I'm like, and that's the recipe. You learn the recipe and then you accentuate it.
That's
how
what,
you want.
yeah, that's what I like to do. And
yeah.
I feel more comfortable just, playing around with it while I'm just having a cup of coffee at night.
Yeah. And
where is mine? I can't find mine.
Where?
Mine just has a little bit of shading in the first flower, first part of the flower. I don't think mine's there.
On the bottom row. Is that Storm talking?
No.
Who is talking?
This is
Carla.
Vicki.
Sorry.
Who didn't see theirs?
Me. Oh, there's mine.
Oh, you see it now? Okay.
Never mind.
Because I can't see the other screen to see who's talking. So, yeah, but and so if I missed yours or if you even want to send the picture, or if you're on the Facebook group, because one of the things that I like to do is I can save the image from the Facebook group, or if you email me, and then when I put it all in a gallery, so that way you can kind of see closer up, because a screenshot is just a screenshot. It's hard to capture, right, all of it, but it's enough that we see the oh my gosh amazingness of these.
And my colors didn't show because I got lighting on my part. Yeah,
and then you can control the the color and the lighting. All right, let me do this. I'm going to stop my screen share and I'll stop the recording. Bye, recording.